Good morning, Dave Johnston here with Day Trade the Markets. It is 8:33 a.m. at Pacific time. Today is Monday, September the 11th. Just been filled long here in 4 contracts in the September emini Nasdaq. You can see we just got filled right here at 59.7950. I'm going to go ahead and put in a protective sell stop down here just below that last dip. Put it right about there at 74.50. Let's say, yeah, 74.50. There we go. I'm looking for the first objective on this trade up in, let me just get the arrow here, up at least to this top of this red bar, and then the next area would be up around here, the last inter-range fractal high. So that would take us from about 79.50 to 86.50. So I'm going to put a sell limit for 2 at 85.50. So I'll just go ahead and put that sell limit in there. We've got our protective sell stop down here. So this, one of the main reasons I'm getting long here is this magenta bar. You can see, I'll just back up over here so we can see that. This is the day's low over here. And you can see we had really strong selling. You can even see the volume down in here. Very strong volume, very aggressive selling, no follow through, and it's quickly had its high taken out. So I wanted to go ahead and get long near where this wave of selling started, as long as it got up there. So that's why I jumped in at that time. So we'll just leave it like that. We've got everything in place. I'll let the trade unfold. See how we do with this. We've got our objective in, our stops, and so forth. There's the time, 8:35. So I'll go ahead and pause recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, restarting the recording. It's 8:40 right now, so I haven't been in the trade too long, just 10 minutes or so. It has continued to move up, and you can see here, just use this arrow here, turn that around a little bit. You can see here that the market did, when it dipped, it had that deceleration, and the low of that bar when it came down and did that was at 59.80. So I'm going to raise this stop to 59.79. Just, as it turns out, just 2 ticks underneath where we're long from. And I'll adjust this marker as well. So it's a point below that dip and just 2 ticks below where we entered the trade. So just want to bring you up to date on that, and we're still looking at our first objective here around 85.50. So that's it for right now. Once again, I'll pause the recording. Okay, just restarted the recording. Okay, we just got filled a moment ago right here. Just sorry, I want to make a note of the time, 9:17. So we've been in this trade for about 45 minutes. So we find, by the way, it did come down very, very close to our stop here as it kind of went sideways here for a bit, but we did reach our first objective. So just wanted to let you know that. And so I want to go ahead and change the stop, obviously. So I need to change the quantity. Well, why don't I do that right here while I'm doing? So we change that down to 2. And you can see here that the market had a bit of a dip right here. It got down to 80.50, so I'll put the stop at 79.50, which is actually break even for us. So and I'll just kind of spread it out here a little bit. So our next objective, you can see here that it hit up in this area. So our next objective is up in here. So I'm going to try and sell one of them if in fact it does have a nice spike up in here. And I'm going to put that at right about here at 93.50, and we'll try and sell one there. So that's really it for now. Just wanted to bring you up to date on that. It's good to see the market continuing higher here, which of course ties into our interday auction direction. So that's it for the time being. I'll pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, I'm back here in just a minute. What I've just realized is that we do have, let me just get the arrow here. We do have a nice decel on when it dipped, and then a green bar here, even though it's a light green. So the low of that bar right here is at 83.25 right here. So I'm going to raise the stop up to 82 and a quarter. I'll raise it up to 82, actually 82.50. We'll raise it up to there. So just want to bring you up to date on that, and I also want to put in one other marker up in here, and another marker here just so we can identify where the stop is now. Okay, good. So we got everything in place. Okay, and it's continuing to look pretty good, so we'll go ahead and 9:20 now my time, so 12:20 Eastern. I'll go ahead now and pause the recording. Okay, just restarting the recording again. You can see we've had a couple of dips here. By the way, it's 9:39, so we've been in this trade since back here about an hour. You can see we've had a dip here with the decel, another dip here. So the low of that is at, let's see, this low here is at 50 or 85.25. 85.25. So I'm going to raise the stop up here to 84.25, and I'll just go ahead and put in that marker right there. So I guess I can get rid of that. Was the other marker on the initial stop. Okay, so there we are. We've got our objective in here. We've exited half of the position up here. Our stop is fairly close to that, and we're good to go. So things are looking good. Once again, we'll go ahead and pause the recording and pick it up when needed. Okay, restarting the recording again, 9:43. Just a few minutes since the last one. You can see here that we've got a couple, or a pair, two consecutive light green bars, which is the weakest of the aggressive buying. But I'm going to go ahead, the low of that is at 88.50, so I'm going to raise the stop up here to 87.50, and I'll go ahead and adjust the marker here. You can also see that we've come within, just a couple of ticks. I think we hit 93, 93, and it got to 93, or I should say our limit's at 93.50, so just a couple of ticks, just a half a point from reaching our objective here. And by the way, I should put also another marker in there so that we know where that is. I'll just go ahead and put that there. So just bringing you up to date on that, and once again I will go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just resuming the recording here. It's now 9:48. We've just been filled here, so I want to go ahead and change that stop order down to just one contract. And you can see here that there's a little bit of a pause, but it has continued higher. I think what I will do is raise this stop, though, just below the second or higher of these green bars. And it has a low at 90.25, so I'm going to raise the stop up here to 89.25. There we go, right there, and I'll move the marker as well. So actually I already had a marker there, didn't I? So I'll just delete that one. So everything's looking good. We got our stop in here, hit our second objective, and we'll use a trailing stop on this final contract of the 4-contract trade. So that's the way everything looks right now, and once again I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just resuming the recording. We just got hit here a moment ago at our stop here at 89.25. So it worked out to be a pretty nice trade. We were short from 79.50, so 9 3/4 on the final. The one that really worked out nicely, of course, was our second objective. We got filled up here for a 14-point gain on that third contract, and we had a 6-point gain here on the first two. So that worked out nicely because 6 times 2 is 12, plus 14 is 28, another 26, I should say, plus another 10 would be 36, less a tick, so 35.75. Nice profit on that of 35 points. What's that? $700. So worked out to be a nice 4-contract trade in the emini Nasdaq today. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can reach us at info@daytradethemarkets.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.